Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales is the 5th film in this franchise, as we join Captain Jack Sparrow and a couple of newcomers as they sail the seas in search of the Trident of Poseidon, all the while being hunted by deadly ghost sailors led by Captain Salazar. So being the 5th film in this franchise, I'm kind of over the Pirates movie. There really hasn't been a good Pirates movie since the first one. First one will always be my favorite, but this one wasn't as bad as the other ones, but it wasn't anything to write home about. So of course Johnny Depp is back to reprise his role as Captain Jack Sparrow, and nothing really new with this character. I mean, I really haven't been really into this character since the first movie, which he was just one of the highlights of that film, probably the highlight of the first film. But here, there's nothing new with him, and there's this little bit in the movie where he's sort of like at the end of his rope, he's like past his prime and things like that, and I kind of explored that like for like good 2 minutes in the film and never addressed it ever again. And I thought it would have been a really cool idea to go into this movie and see Jack like at the bottom of the barrel, and this is sort of his redemption story for this movie. I thought that would have been pretty cool, but they never really hinted at that part ever again. Javier Bardem was pretty good as Salazar. I thought the VFX around his character would have been getting pretty old really quick, but it never became too distracting. And what you saw in the trailers, I think they might have polished up a couple of visual effects with his character, but overall I thought he did a pretty good job with his character. He was a really menacing character when he was on screen, but when he's off screen, his presence really isn't felt, and there's really no tension towards his character unless he's on screen. Brendan Thwaites wasn't bad as Henry either. I mean, he's definitely better than he was in the Gods of Egypt movie, but I really liked his character's motivation the best. He had the most stakes going on in this movie, and he's definitely the character I gravitated to the most. I also like how they made Karina Smith an astronomer in this film, and she's the one that knows how to get to the treasure. And I like that because she's not like the daughter of somebody important and just happens to get swept up in this adventure. She's the one leading everybody. I like that they made the female the one who knows how to get to the treasure. I don't know. I mean, there's this running joke that people think she's a witch because she's smart, and it was funny the first couple times, but that joke got really old and really obnoxious and annoying. But the fact that she's the one that knows how to get to where they're going, I really thought that was a really fun twist on the story. And really when it comes down to it, I like the first and last third of this movie. This movie starts off pretty strong, giving you Henry's motivations, and it opens with him, like a young Henry, and you know why he wants to go on this adventure and find Poseidon's trident. And then the movie ends and wraps up all these stories up pretty well, and I like the ending of this film. But everything in between, there's a bunch of stuff that I just really could have done without, and things could have just been tightened up better, and the pacing could have been, you know, done in a better way, but like everything else in between just kind of held this movie down for me. So getting to the end of the movie was a real chore for me. The movie felt way longer than 2 hours, and a lot of the stuff gets lost in the mess that is the second act of this film. And all the characters have their own reasons for going after Poseidon's trident, but really aside from Henry, a lot of these characters felt like shoehorned into this movie. And for me, Captain Barbossa was the perfect example of this. He doesn't need to be in this film, but since it's Captain Barbossa and he has such a connection to this movie franchise, he just had to be in this film just for that reason. And they found a way to get him involved in this adventure, but again, it just felt kind of out of place, and just everybody was just going along for this ride. And it's, again, aside from Henry, this didn't feel like anybody else had really like true stakes in this adventure. There's also a twist, if you can call it that, if you see it coming a mile away, but this twist just kind of felt unnecessary, and it just kind of felt for me like they're having it just to validate a certain character. And I will say that the reveal or how certain characters come to light about this, they handle that better than I was expecting. But really, it's just, I rolled my eyes when this came up, and I was like, really, do we have to do that? And just, I really could have done without that part of this film. So in the end, this is probably the best Pirates film I've seen since the first one, but that's not saying a whole lot. The movie starts and ends strong, but there's a lot of fluff in between that I didn't care for, and I felt the movie could have been tightened up and the pacing could have been better. So I'm giving Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. Have you seen it? What you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. If you like movie reviews, check out a couple of my other videos right there. I also do Star Wars videos and also gaming videos as well. I'll probably put one right there. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.